is an alert day.
It is all about the heat today and trying to stay cool. This dangerous heat impacting the region and much of the country with a greater chance of storms this weekend, and that is why today is an alert day. Hello, everybody. I'm Denise Koch.
And I'm Nikki Zizaza. It is a hot and muggy end to the work week with a string of alert days this weekend. Let's get over to First Alert meteorologist Cutter Martin. And Cutter, we've got this heat, but when could we see those storms?
Yeah, Nikki and Denise, it's really starting now. It's reached the hottest point of the afternoon. Those clouds are growing taller. Probably seen them outside the office window, and showers and thunderstorms just starting to get popping up out there. Still, though, hot. 93 in Baltimore. We were just 95 an hour ago, so those clouds starting to block out some of the sunshine. So 97 Westminster, 96 College Park. Those are actual temperatures. Here is what it feels like. 115 Bel Air, Easton 110, Elkton 110, 106 College Park. These temperatures, this is the reason why we have a heat advisory in effect through early evening. Hour by hour look at when we may see, or we will see improvement by 8 p.m. Again, there's a reason that's when the heat advisory expires. And as we get into mid-evening, 10, 11, midnight, still exceptionally warm, but the dangerous heat will be out of here. First alert radar right now. Back to the chance of showers and a couple of thunderstorms. Notice how we're kind of in a little bit of a lull or a hole, and temperatures are hot enough to get clouds growing, but not quite hot enough to get storms developing over the city. A little bit of a different story across the bay and to portions of Kent County, Chestertown, isolated showers, same in Cecil County. Keeping an eye on storms to our north, but with any luck, they'll remain closer to Philadelphia. Still, though, playing on the heat, the humidity, that's the guarantee. And it does look like the chance of showers and thunderstorms will subside after 9 to 10 p.m. But we have more heat, more storms coming up in the weekend first alert forecast. Back with that coming up here in just a few minutes. And at 4:18 in the afternoon on this First Alert weather day, we are basically at the hottest point of one of the hottest afternoons of the summer, though not quite there. Though I will say hottest feeling afternoon of the summer is well underway. Heat advisory in effect until 8 p.m. Heat index temperatures between 100 and 109, though we have already measured or registered hotter, feeling as hot as 115. Last check up in Bel Air, even though the actual temperature is 96, 93 Clinton, 97 Westminster, 93 in Hagerstown. You can easily add 10 degrees to this, or 15 in some cases, and that is what it actually feels like outside right now. Case in point, 93 at BWI, it feels like 104 thanks to the humidity factored in. That's the difference, and that's the factor we're really paying attention to on through the weekend, not just what the thermometer reads, but what it feels like. We're seeing a few showers and thunderstorms develop, mainly well south and west, and also north and east of central Maryland and greater Baltimore, but something we're going to be watching, a line of storms trying to form here just to the north of the I-70 corridor, mainly back towards Philadelphia, but we're going to be watching storms back towards Harrisburg and even back into southwestern Pennsylvania. These will try to shift off to the south and approach I-70 a little bit later this evening. We're keeping an eye on it for you. If you're on the go and you have to leave the TV, remember, we're always streaming in your phone online, and the CBS News app is also a great tool to have to keep you alert to storms that are moving in. Again, showers and thunderstorms a possibility not only this evening, I would say greatest chance before 9 p.m., but also as we get into Saturday, it could be some showers and thunderstorms popping up yet again. Much like today, 3 p.m. forming to the north and west, and then riding off to the south and east. Similar timing to today, though I think a little bit greater coverage. Speaking of this evening, if you're headed out for plans, that heat advisory in effect until 8. Showers and thunderstorms a possibility through 9 to 10 p.m. and then the chance of rain will diminish overnight tonight. Temperatures in the morning, it's going to be incredibly warm once again, mid to upper 70s. It's going to feel like 80 degrees in Annapolis, even though that actual temperature is 78. And from there, we're warming up. 79, 8 a.m., 82, 9 a.m., 85 at 11 o'clock in the morning. High temperatures tomorrow. We're going to bring it down a few degrees. 92 in Baltimore, not 95, 96. 90 Hagerstown, 92 La Plata, 91 in Easton, but the humidity will be pretty incredible in most areas tomorrow. So easily again feeling 5 to 10 degrees hotter. Case in point, hour by hour forecast. Getting into the heart of the afternoon, several communities, neighborhoods will be feeling like it's hotter than 100 degrees. Maybe not quite as bad as today, but something to keep an eye on. Great time to head to the beach. 83 in Ocean City. Moderate, though, risk of rip current. If you're not the best swimmer, best to stay out of the water, at least water that you can stand in, go that deep, and then save the deep stuff for the better swimmers. Other than that, though, not a bad beach day. Also, we're watching Saturday for the Orioles game. Showers and thunderstorms a possibility. First pitch 7:05 at Camden Yards. So the first few innings could include storms. Could be some delays in here. Otherwise hot and humid. Keeping an eye on it. Monday a little bit drier. 92. Alert alert days possible Tuesday, Wednesday as heat surges back in. We'll look at the tail end of that 7-day forecast. Finally cooler and we're dry as we get to the next Thursday evening and Friday. WJZ at 4 is back after this.